Let's answer the age-old question, how much outreach should you do per day? Well, first, let me ask you a question. If you were to run a marathon, which is 42.2 kilometers, I believe 26.2 miles long, when would you stop running? Would you stop at 10K? Would you stop at 20K? Would you stop at 30K, 31, 32, 33, 34? Probably not. When would you stop? Yes, that's right. Thank you. You would stop at 42.2 kilometers in when you are finished the race, when you have got to the finish line. That is when you should stop. Okay? And so to answer the question, how much outreach should we do per day? I'll simply ask you this. What is your goal? What is your mile marker? What is your quote-unquote finish line? Which for context, business is never finished. You just keep on going. These goals just end up being mile markers. But let's just say, what is your finish line? What is your goal or the next mile marker you're trying to get to? Maybe that's your first client. Maybe it's $1,000 per month. Maybe that's $10,000 per month. Maybe that's $100,000 per month. I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter. Whatever that thing is for you, you need to ask yourself, okay, I want to get here. What needs to happen in order for me to get here? Let's take a very simple example that you want to make $10,000 per month and you are charging $1,000 per month for your services. You would need 10 clients. Okay, so we would stop working, as in this example, once we've got 10 clients. What do you need to do to get 10 clients? We need to book meetings and send outreach. Okay, so if we only stop when we have 10 clients, would we stop at 100 DMs? Or 200? Or 300 cold calls? Or 400 cold emails? Well, no. You would stop when you've got to the point where you're finished. You would stop when you've got to your goal. And so here's the thing. Stop cutting yourself short. Stop feeling good about yourself when you've sent your 10 DMs or your 20 DMs or your 100 cold calls. Right? That's the equivalent of feeling good when you hit the 20-kilometer mark in a 42-kilometer race. What are you proud of? You're not even fucking halfway. Right? And so here's the thing. People, they get this mental masturbation. They try and settle for the least. And you know why? You know why we do this? It's because we want to feel okay if we fail. We want to be proud of ourselves because we can't be proud of our outputs because we don't fucking do anything. And so we try and be proud of what we do to feel good about ourselves so that when we go to bed that night, we don't absolutely want to shoot ourselves in the face because we haven't made the money yet, but we can feel good about ourselves because we've done something, right? That's the equivalent of you watching this video or 1,000 other YouTube videos. You feel good. You feel like you're doing something, right? You feel like you're getting somewhere, like you're doing something, but you're fucking not. I'll tell you this, I would rather work 1 hour per day, but spend that 1 hour on the thing that moves my business forward, aka marketing and sales, than spend 8 hours doing fucking bullshit stuff like revamping my VSL or tweaking my logo or watching YouTube videos and trainings and courses. I would rather spend 1 hour on the shit that matters than 8 hours on a bunch of random shit. Here's the thing, is most people do the 8-hour stuff. You know why? Mental masturbation, to feel good, to feel like they're an entrepreneur, to feel like they're doing something. I'll tell you something cool. There's a difference between feeling like you're doing something and actually doing something. And here's the cool thing. The people that make money actually do something. The people that don't make money feel like they're doing something. There's a huge distinctive difference. And so you have to ask yourself, who do you want to be? The guy that feels like you're doing something but makes no money, but the guy that actually does shit and makes money. Who do you want to be? And so here's the thing. The answer to how much outreach should you send is unlimited. You should send outreach until you've got to your goal, until you are finished. You shouldn't stop just because you feel good or hit your quota. No, that's fucking bullshit mental masturbation. You don't fucking stop in the middle of a race because you feel good because you ran far enough. No, that's not how it works, right? That's just not how it works. Right? You don't stop halfway up the mountain because, the view's good from here. Yeah, man, I got a good view. I can see it awesome. No, you go to the fucking top because that's where you're trying to go. You don't stop halfway up because you feel good, because you think you did something. No, that wasn't the goal. So why are we stopping there? A lot of you need to hear this. A lot of you need to get it drilled into you that you shouldn't, You got to work until you get to where you want to go. And guess what that means? It means you work every single fucking minute of the waking day until you go back to bed and wake up the next day and do it again. I guarantee you, if you hung out with Hermosi, he would be up before you, working before you, and he would be working after you. I guarantee you, Hermosi probably works from the second he wakes up to the second he goes to bed. because he knows he has a huge goal to get to. And he knows that he's not just going to stop halfway because he feels good about the work he's done. I guarantee you, Hermosi gets more work done in 1 hour than most of you do in a fucking week. But Hermosi doesn't stop after 1 hour and go, whoo! Yeah, Hermosi, you did a great job today. Let's call it a day, man, and pack the bags and go watch some YouTube and go chill with Layla. Huh? Like, he doesn't fucking do that. And he makes a lot more money, so why don't we look at what he does? You shouldn't stop because you feel like you've done something good. We should stop when, like, even Kobe said it, job not finished. Right? He's up 3-1. How do you feel? Job not finished. Like, even though he's up 3-1, he didn't give a fuck. The job wasn't finished. You done 1,000 cold calls today? Cool. Do more. Have you got to your goal? Right? Have you got to your goal? Have you got what you wanted? Because if you have, well, then we're going to make another goal and we're going to keep going. But most of you haven't. And we're stopping because we know we're not going to get to that goal. But we still want to feel like we're kind of getting there. Right? To feel good about ourselves in some way, shape, or form because we know we're not going to get to the goal. I think you need to have this realization and ask yourself this question. This may be hard to hear. Right? Like, this may be hard to hear. But I think, one thing that will help us is we just need to hold beliefs that serve us. Like, we just need to hold the beliefs that serve us well. Right? And so, holding the belief that 200 DMs a day is a lot, like, that belief doesn't serve you well. And so, I would encourage you all, myself included, to stop being so lukewarm and to fucking go all in and to stop being done because you feel like you've done something, but to be done when you're finished. To be done, to rest when you're finished. That's when I encourage you to stop. You know what's really cool? It's typically when you actually get to the end, to the mile marker, you end up going for another mountain, right? When you get to the top of one mountain, you realize, oh fuck, there's a bigger mountain to climb. You just keep going up and up and up and up and up. Okay? So yeah. That's how much outreach you should send per day. I think you've got a pretty good answer, which is as much as you physically can. And when you physically can't, you do more, because I promise you can do more. And you stop once you've finished and got to your goal, not when you feel good about yourself. Also, let's say you do feel good about yourself. Let's transform that. We only feel good, right? Like, we only know what feels good because we know what feels bad. We only know what's light because we compare it to dark, right? We only know these things due to comparison. And so when you feel good about yourself, what are you comparing that to? Are you comparing that to your previous day, to your last year's self, to some guy online, to people you know? Who are you comparing that to? Because I would argue, if you compare those numbers to people that are 50 miles ahead of you, you wouldn't feel good anymore. You would not feel good at all. And so if you are in that case where you feel good about the work you've done, ask yourself, who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you spending your time with? Who are you comparing to? Because that may be the reason why you are where you are.